This is the game we're doing a video on today. Yeah, that'll be fun. Hello and welcome to another episode of Stunt Bunny Gaming. Today we will be going through a few of the confusing mysteries surrounding New Donk City of Super Mario Odyssey, and I think I have some good evidence to back up the revelation of these secrets. Let's take a look.
If you move Mario to any border of the Metro Kingdom and look straight down, you'll see that New Donk City is entirely surrounded by water. In addition to this, there are no bridges that lead out to other parts of the kingdom, which means that New Donk City is abandoned in the middle of the bay with no escape. This is where the construction comes into play. The inhabitants of New Donk City are trying to escape from this watery impending doom by building bridges to other parts of the city that aren't in danger of being destroyed. This is why everywhere you walk there are construction beams and other building equipment.
Look closely at the location of these beams. Many of them are extending out over the water. This is clear evidence that bridges are being built.
The construction of these bridges is barely underway. Will the new Donkers be able to escape the small city island before the flood reaches them and all is lost?
But there's a lot more to this city than what initially meets the eye. Everywhere you look, there are references to Donkey Kong.
There are streets named after characters in the DK franchise, and even the name of the city itself is based off DK. In addition to this, it has been confirmed that this city is the place where the original Donkey Kong game, released to arcades in 1981, takes place. Mayor Pauline is the same Pauline who was captured by Donkey Kong way back then.
But this raises other questions.
Why is it taking so long for the new Donkers to build their bridges? In the original Donkey Kong, we can see that the bridges were already under construction all the way back then due to the presence of those same red beams. But in Super Mario Odyssey, it looks like the bridges are still barely under construction.
The answer to this question is simple. The city keeps getting attacked.
When Mario first arrives at New Donk City, a huge monster called Mecha Wiggler is sucking all the electricity from the city. Before that, Donkey Kong attacked the city and captured the mayor. If the city ever gets a moment of peace, maybe they'll have a chance to finish those bridges.
But there are more questions. You'll notice that Mayor Pauline does not recognize Mario, even though he was apparently the one who rescued her from Donkey Kong in the original Donkey Kong game under the name of Jumpman.
So does she have amnesia or what? This amnesia excuse is clearly not the solution, however, because one of the questions Pauline asks Mario during her quiz is, "What did I do a long time ago?" And the answer is, captured by an ape. So Pauline obviously remembers the traumatic events of 1981, but she doesn't remember Mario. Something seems amiss, and the only possible solution is this. Mario is not Jumpman.
Jumpman was Mario's name before Mario was even called Mario.
In Donkey Kong, Jumpman must rescue Pauline from Donkey Kong. Since Pauline remembers her capture, but not Mario, this must mean that Mario is not the same person as Jumpman. So whatever happened to Jumpman after the events of Donkey Kong? Did he retire after his one moment of glory? In Donkey Kong, his entire goal was to rescue Pauline, but clearly she moved on to bigger and better things, and left the old carpenter to wallow in his misery. Then Mario replaced Jumpman and took center stage from then on. So thus far we've answered questions concerning the reason behind all the construction taking place in New Donk City, figured out that New Donk City is the setting for the original Donkey Kong game, along with the fact that Mayor Pauline was rescued by Jumpman, not Mario, all those years ago.
But this leads us to one more thing. It has been confirmed that the Donkey Kong that we know best in this generation is not the same Donkey Kong that captured Pauline all those years ago.
Cranky Kong is actually the one who captured Pauline, but in his younger years. So why does it look like Cranky Kong has aged so much, when Pauline looks like she's barely been touched by age? Cranky Kong has become a shriveled old man, and Donkey Kong, with his son Diddy Kong, is now taking center stage in the Donkey Kong franchise. That's because Pauline was just a young girl when she was originally captured, and we can see this from the art on the side of the arcade cabinet for Donkey Kong. Pauline has light yellow hair. In Super Mario Odyssey, many years later, she has brown hair. This is typical of humans. When people are young children, their hair is typically light and blonde, and the older they get, the darker their hair gets, usually moving to brown or black. So, during the events of Donkey Kong, Pauline is a young girl, probably around 8 or 9 years old. Sure, she's called the Lady, but her title doesn't really matter. Then, in Super Mario Odyssey, she's probably in her 30s, nearing her 40s, which is a respectable age for a mayor. This adds a whole darker layer to Donkey Kong. Why was Cranky Kong capturing a girl so young? What were his motives? It's no surprise that Jumpman was trying to save her. It was a kidnapping. Clearly, Mario and Jumpman are not the same person. Jumpman was just your average Joe trying to stop a kidnapping. Mario is someone else entirely, saving the world and occasionally the entire universe, time and time again.
And thus ends another episode of Stunt Bunny Gaming. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Please recommend it to everybody you know. Please just give this video a thumbs up. And yes, I think that's all. Thank you again for watching. And I will see you next time on the next episode of Stunt Bunny Gaming.
Farewell.